Liquidators of SA Express have suspended the employment contracts of almost 700 workers. In a letter sent to the airline, liquidators say the airline's 691 employees should not return to work as they will not be paid. The liquidators, Phahlani, Mkhombo and Terblanche, say the airline has no prospects of continuing to operate, saying the cash-strapped airline owes creditors more than 2 billion rand. Now, to discuss this further, we're joined via Skype by Mashudu Raphetha, the president of the National Transport Movement. Mashudu, a very good afternoon to you. Not very good news, this is.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to the viewers. It is a sad afternoon indeed for our members at SA Express.
So how are you going to react to this? How are your members reacting to this announcement?
We have had contact with our members, and we have since written to the liquidators to clarify certain issues on the circular that was circulated to employees. And they have indeed come back to NTM's request to have a meeting. We're going to have a meeting today at 12:30 to discuss, amongst others, the unpaid salaries, because our members have not received salaries from March, and the April salaries, they only got the TERS, which is not enough. For now, employees must be given their respective UI-19 claim in order to access their pension to survive, because at the current moment, it's a matter of survival. It is a pity that as low-earning workers, we are now made to pay for poor decisions that were made by the previous management. Sad story is that this is a regional feeder airline which used to dominate, to be dominant in under SADC, and now we are seeing it vanishing like that. It's very much painful, and we put the blame to the poor leadership at the helm, and notwithstanding the fact that workers did not cause this thing, hence they are the last to get suffering due to the decisions from those who were in power.
Mashudu, just your thoughts about the process. Are you satisfied with how the liquidators have come to this point? Were you part of the process entirely?
We can confirm that we were sidelined by the liquidators ever since the liquidators have not made a contact until we wrote to them, and they have responded quickly, which we appreciate and acknowledge. But we are not impressed, because we believe that the first thing they were supposed to do was to convene an urgent meeting for consultation so that we can then discuss the interest of our members.
Both in your case and in the South African Airways case, it seems that Labour is given a very minimal role in terms of finding solutions to the troubles at these airlines. Well, how do you hope to collaborate with the labour organisations also encountering similar problems at SAA? I
think we are pleased to pronounce to the public that on the side of the DPE, Labour has agreed to sign a compact leadership agreement, which has paved way for collaboration as Labour, and we are all involved by the shareholder with regard to the SAA process. But with regard to this process as well, we are hoping that the last resort to salvage some jobs on the SA Express, we just have concluded the 700 employees that are remaining with SACS. We had a lengthy Section 189 in 2019. We were about to gain ground and ensure that we return SACS to the profitability, and then this happened. But we are very much disappointed that the liquidators did not see a need to convene a meeting with Labour. But on the side of Labour, we have tried to put our differences aside on the SAA front. We are all putting our hands on the deck But as for SA Express, we were still waiting for liquidators to come forward. And now they've come forward. We are going to also engage our partners or the other unions that we are caucusing together on SAA to say, let us defend the interest of our members, just like we are doing at SAA on the DPE process. So I'm calling upon those unions that are affected and or organizing at SACS to put differences aside even on SACS and do the same way of approaching this with unison.
There's a broader conversation currently underway about the future of the airline industry post-COVID-19. Are you engaging with this conversation, and what are your thoughts?
Yes, our thought is that we have incorporated all our key initiatives in the DPE process. We have agreed to develop something that the DPE will pronounce soon with regard to the aviation summit. We have proposed that we need to consolidate SACS and SAA. We have also agreed that we need to have collaboration between the interdepartmental representatives such as DECO, Immigration, Airport Company, Department of Transport, in order to address the aviation challenges. We have also agreed to have a summit that will review the policy. And I don't want to preempt what is going to happen. I think the DPE is best suited to can then pronounce as to when that will happen. But we are very much glad that all our initiatives are also incorporated into the business model that we're going to develop for the new airline when it comes to SAA. And it will also then give the new airline an opportunity to redeem itself and compete fairly and become a dominant airline, both domestic and regional.
Are you able to tell us currently what's happening at SA Express? Are they part of the government processes of having special flights in and out of the country during COVID-19, during the lockdown, or is there a complete shutdown at SA Express?
The SA Express situation is very worse. It's a complete shut. There is no activity that is happening at SA Express. Our members are in the dark, and that is the problem that we have. But like I said earlier, we are trying our level best to ensure that we finalize the process on the SAA side so that it can address the SA Express side. Currently, they are not operating any of the aircraft.
Well, we hope to have you back soon for an update on this process. Mashudu Raphetha, thank you so much for talking to us from the National Transport Movement. Right, equal education.